Good morning everybody, it is the 10th of November, which means tomorrow is Remembrance Day, which for me as a performer means a lot of work centered around Remembrance Day, which is amazing. I love doing the era of music, the 1930s and 40s, which is what we get asked for a lot when we do these performances. So this morning I'm going to be getting ready for a gig that's actually like a pre-Remembrance Day gig because it's the 10th today, not the 11th, but we're still getting in the mood. I actually started remembrance gigs yesterday and they will continue through to Monday now, so it's a very hectic long weekend. So yeah, I thought I would do a little get ready with me for a gig this morning. The first thing I'm going to do is put some moisturizer on because I am parched and I am tired this morning. If anyone has a pet at home who is watching this, you'll know the absolute worst sound that you can possibly wake up to in the middle of the night is your pet about to be sick. My cat did this 4 times in the night. I don't know what's wrong with her. She's on some medication which might not be agreeing with her stomach, but either way I was literally wrenched from my sleep multiple times in the night. So yeah, I'm not feeling my best today. Need to hydrate my skin, need to make myself look awake, certainly more awake than I'm currently feeling. I'm going to try and use the viewfinder to do my makeup and things today, but this is the first Get Ready With Me I've filmed, so be prepared for some probably quite strange angles, by the way. Oh, and just in case anybody's wondering, I use the Body Shop Vitamin E, it's not going to focus, is it? Darn it, the Body Shop Vitamin E gel is what I use. There we go, because any creams are a bit too thick for my skin. My skin breaks out really, really easily. Even as an adult, it still breaks out, so that's always fun. The first thing I'm going to do is blow dry my hair. I will not force you to endure the sound of my hairdryer, but I want to get that done before I start my makeup, so... Alright, see you after I've blow dried. There we go, that's a bit better. Right, I'm just looking at this footage and realising how backlit I am, so I might just close that curtain. Hang on. No, it's not a lot better. Those are very thick curtains, but never mind, we will make the best of it. I could have moved my mirror, but frankly I'm a creature of habit and all my makeup is laid out here, so it was a bit easier to stay where I was. Anyway, I've just looked at my clock and realised, just looked at my phone, looked at the time and realised that I have less than an hour, quite a bit less than an hour to actually get ready, so I need to get a move on. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Ultra Creamy, there we go, Ultra Creamy in the shade Fair Beige. I don't use foundation because, oh my goodness, what's going on with my skin up here, it's so red. I don't use foundation because I think it's a little bit too heavy for my skin. Now some people would argue concealer is. Why am I not in focus? There we go. Some people would argue concealer is heavier, but for me concealer doesn't seem to break me out, whereas foundation does. So I try to keep it quite light, even for gigs, even for quite big gigs where you want to be up on stage and you want to be lit by lights. I just have resigned myself to being quite pale. I use the Mario Badescu facial spray. This is the aloe and cucumber green tea one, and I just use it to wet my beauty blender and spray my face just to get some more moisture in there if I can. I get such dry skin this time of year. Why am I not in focus? Oh dear. One day I'll get the hang of this camera. Today is not that day. Hello? Are we focusing? There we go. Yeah, so it is, for me, concealer is the way to go for gigs. I think it gives a nice base as well, and this one, because it's creamy, it's quite hydrating, and it does spread quite far as well. Right, bear with me, I might need to get in a bit closer with the mirror at times to make sure I've got it all pressed in properly. At the end of the day, I do have to stand in front of people and sing, so I don't want to be looking patchy or odd in the photographs that they take of me. I'm not too precious about my appearance, to be honest. Generally speaking, I don't wear a lot of makeup, but yeah, I do think as a performer, kind of comes with the territory a little bit, so gotta get used to applying it, really, more so when you're on stage for a performance. I have a really red patch up here, I don't know why. Okay. Okay. And my skin, to be honest, I just look at my skin as a base, and then I use my features to enhance the sort of vintage makeup or whatever that I'm going to give a nod to when I do these gigs. So this is a sort of 1930s, 1940s vibe today. So yeah, nothing too crazy. I'm just going in, I've got Love in London, what is it? BH Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. Please don't judge, it's so used, but I'm going to use the colour Cheers and just do a really neutral base on my eyelids today. Nothing too crazy, like I said, it's 1940s makeup. It is not that intense or severe. It's the sort of shape that you want with your eyes, and the eyeliner, and then red lipstick is the main thing, I think, for 1940s. But that's not coming from a makeup professional or anything like that, just from what I've been doing over the years for gigs and what I found works for me. So the next thing I use, I'm not super big on spending lots of money on makeup, so the next thing I've got is a Natural Collection eyeliner, and this is just, sorry, hair everywhere, liquid eyeliner, and it's got a very fine brush on the end that, don't know if it's going to focus on, yeah, my brush is looking a bit worse for wear. I definitely need a new one of these, but today we are doing what we can, so I'm just going to do a small wing, basically. Excuse me if I go quiet while I concentrate intensely on this. Just to give my eye a bit of shape. There we go. That'll do for the first eye. My gig that I have today is only an hour long. It's actually at a nursing home, which are my favourite gigs to play, honestly, because can't talk and do this, obviously. They're my favourite gigs to play because they have so many residents there who have so many memories brought back to them from the music that we play. And we play music from the I'm saying we, by the way, I play in a duo with my uncle who plays the electric accordion, which is so cool. But yeah, the music that we play is all between the 1920s to the 1950s, so it's music that they grew up listening to, music from war eras that they have lived through, and it's really touching when they come to speak to us at the end, or when we go to speak to them, and they just say how many memories it brought back for them, and what a lovely time or hour or afternoon or whatever it is that we played there. What a lovely hour it was reminiscing for them. So I think it's so lovely. Okay, it could be better, it could be worse. I don't know if you can see it, but it's very simple, very natural eyeliner. And the next thing I'm going to do is go in with a little bit of bronzer. I use the Natural Collection, my god, this is a gross bronzer, Natural Collection Copper Bronzing Powder. And I just really lightly just sort of do it on my cheekbones. I don't know what this red mark is, but I'm hoping it goes down because concealer is not covering it. That's fun. So I do a little bit on my cheekbones. I know it doesn't look like much on camera, but I promise it is definitely blending the sort of pale edge of my skin into my hair, which is great for me. So, and I just put a tiny little bit down the sides of my nose and on the end of my nose. Also, again, probably looks like nothing on camera, but just gives a little bit of shading. Please don't judge how gross this eyelash colour is, but I also curl my eyelashes. Ready to do some mascara. Hoping I don't make a mess of my eyeliner when I do it. Okay. And the mascara I use is the Lengthening Mascara from Natural Collection. So much for doing my makeup in the viewfinder. It's all gone to pot, hasn't it really? I only get to do these sort of wartime specific gigs a few times a year, really. It's a playlist that we offer, but only seems to be requested around VE Day or around Remembrance Day. So we did one earlier in the year for VE Day, but these are the first ones we're doing for Remembrance, which is amazing. Oh, you know, you just have days sometimes where your mascara goes really well, and then you have days like today where it just doesn't. It's going all gloopy. It's not too bad. Might have fixed it. But yes, nothing too crazy, nothing too heavy with the eyes. The thing that I do go in with quite a bold colour for is lipstick, but we will get to that in a minute. I'm going to use next the Tarte Busy Gal Brow in the shade, actually it doesn't say the shade, where's the shade? I think it's Taupe, in the shade Taupe. And believe it or not, I am not a natural redhead, so I darken my brows up a little bit just to match my hair colour. And I think eyebrows, whether you're a performer or not, I think eyebrows are such a key feature of your face. They really lend to your expression, and I think it can really alter the way your face looks if you change your eyebrows, and I think it's kind of cool. So mine, they're sort of thin and feathery, my eyebrows, but again, for that reason I like them to be seen. I like to be able to have my expression seen when I'm performing as well. That is something that I did take away from my training when I was doing musical theatre for college and onwards. So yeah, I habitually make my eyebrows just a little bit darker. They're not too crazy, again, nothing too crazy. That is going to be the catchphrase of this video. Nothing too crazy. I am going to, this sounds really crazy, but I actually darken my freckles on my face, not my freckles, my, I don't know what you call them, freckles I guess is the best word, but I've got a couple of more prominent marks on my face that get covered up by the concealer, and I don't like that because I like natural features. So this is a henna pen, by the way, I think. But yes, I like it, and I think all these marks that we have on our faces make us unique and individual, and I don't like it when mine are covered up. However, I am going to cover up this spot over here with a slightly more intense concealer. I actually don't know what this concealer is. It's a mess, and it's in a tiny little pot like that. And I've had it years, and the name of the brand has worn off on it, so I'm sorry, I can't tell you what it is, but it's quite a heavy duty one. It might even be like, oh, it might be like a Mayron product, potentially even a tattoo concealer that I probably bought as some sort of Halloween makeup. Not that I have any tattoos to conceal. I'm thinking about getting one though for my 30th, which is coming up very soon. So this is my makeup so far. It's quite natural. Most people don't think I'm wearing makeup when I'm wearing makeup, which is, you know, fair enough. But the thing I'm sort of known for when I wear makeup is red lipstick, and this is the Liquid. Right, I've switched to my phone camera because my phone, sorry, not my phone, my memory card was absolutely full to the brim on my camera, and I was talking away to myself and filming and didn't realise that it had stopped recording. So that's why my lipstick's done in this clip and not in the last clip, and that's why the video and sound footage is probably a lot different in this clip to the last. And yeah, I was probably about in raptures over this lipstick, which is the Liquid Matte Kiss Proof Long Lasting Lipstick in the colour Icon from Primark, and it is my absolute ride or die lipstick. I love it to pieces. It's so good, and it doesn't come off. It's like, well, I mean, it does come off if you rub it, but I'm not in the habit of doing so. People always comment on how well / how long my lipstick actually stays on. Hang on, let me see if I can raise this a little bit while I do my hair. Not much, but it'll do. But the thing is, I'm, as a performer, not really in the habit of touching my face anymore because of this. So, oh, by the way, I'm just putting on this little red knotted headband because I'm going to be Rosie the Riveter today. And as you'll see, I've just separated the front strands of my hair so that I can make some little victory curls without them getting squashed under the hairband, because I learnt my lesson. This is what I did yesterday. I did the victory curls first and put the hairband on and went, oh, whoops, that did not work, and then had to redo it all at the last minute, which is really annoying because I've been really organised. So I don't do huge victory curls. I know you can use hairspray and back brush and make them enormous, but I don't do that. I just do little ones like this that kind of sit, in this case, on the hairband, which is not quite what I was going for, but I don't actually hate it, and I don't like what that one is. I should be feeling a lot more stress than I currently am. So I'm supposed to leave this house in 15 minutes, and I am not ready. But fortunately, it's a simple outfit for Rosie the Riveter. It's like a little navy blue boiler suit and this. So I don't really know what I'm doing. I just sort of wrap it round my fingers and tuck it in and make a little barrel and pin it, basically. So try and get all the loose bits in. I'll spray back these little bits with hairspray because, yeah, they're in the way and they're a bit annoying. Oh, I don't like wearing this hairband though because it's so tight behind my ears and I always get a headache, but needs must and all that. That's a little bit of wispiness in there. Alright, well, I've ruined this one now as well. We're doing great, and 12 minutes. 12 minutes left. Honestly, I don't know why I do this to myself. So I was faffing about this morning, that's why. I haven't even had a coffee. Probably be a lot more on the ball this morning if I'd had one. but I haven't, and that is my fault. It's prioritising the wrong things this morning. This afternoon, when I get back from this gig, I need to get ready to teach as well, so my brain is a bit all over the place, but I need to get it in gear. Oh, that's better. That's much better. Okay, I'm glad I interfered with that now. And that little wispy bit, I don't know what it is. I think it's baby hair, but it's going to have to be sprayed back in a minute. So, very, very quickly, I've been heating up my Babyliss curler, and I'm not even going to properly section it off. I'm just going to go straight in and curl it up. This is the last thing until I have to get dressed, so there we go. Rough curls, rough everything today. It's all a bit rough and a bit rushed, but we're making it work. Right, I'm gonna go ahead and curl these for speed, and then I'll be back. Right, there we go. Finishing touches, I put on these big pearl type earrings. These are a lot bigger than I would normally wear, but I kind of feel like what's the point of wearing small ones when you're performing, because they're not going to be seen. So I use quite big earrings when I perform. And very last thing, this is a bit extra, but I always wear Coco Chanel when I perform. This is my performing perfume, and I just put it on because I think I have different perfumes for different occasions, so that's the one I use for performing, and I think it just makes me feel professional, put together, and sophisticated. Chanel will do that to a person, I think. I'm not one to spend a lot of money on makeup or beauty products, but I do like to indulge in a good perfume, so Coco Chanel is my go-to when I'm performing. Right, okay, I am done over here. I am going to show you my outfit, get into that outfit because I have 8 minutes till I'm meant to leave. Right, back to the camera now that I've managed to get my memory card emptied and everything transferred to my laptop while I finished filming up the makeup tutorial. As you can see, this is just a little navy blue jumpsuit. This is actually the most comfy outfit I have to perform in. The rest of it is sort of vintage style dresses. And then I've got these really cute little brogue style red shoes to go with it, which matches my lipstick and my nail polish. And I'm Rose the Riveter because I perform under PJ and Rose rather than Rosie the Riveter, if that makes sense. I thought it was funny. Nobody else probably understands, but there we go. Little Molly on the bed. Alright, the last thing, the finishing touch that I do is I always add a poppy. This is a really nice enamel one that I got a few years ago to my collar, but I can't remember which side it is that you're supposed to wear it on. So I'm going to do that once I've got in the car and I have time to Google what side I'm supposed to put it on. But yeah, this is the little Rosie the Riveter outfit. I've got about 5 minutes, so I might really quickly try to squeeze in a little what I've got in my gear bag, and brace yourself because I haven't cleaned it out for a while. So it could be a catastrophe, but maybe I'll try and fit that in now. So here's my gear bag, and here's my cat, who will be helping with this apparently. This might be a little bit juddery because I don't have a tripod. I'm just holding this and winging it since I'm a bit short of time, but let me just show you what I keep in here really. I've got in the main bit a spare bit of rubber mat so that I can put my microphone stand on it if we are in a hardwood floored venue and we get a lot of reverberation up the microphones. Microphone cable, microphones in pouches. They're both the same, but I'll just show you one of them. I use the Shure, well, this is hard one-handed. Oh yes, the Shure the Shure vintage style microphone. This is, oops, focus please. This is the make if anybody's interested. But my gosh, does it give a lovely sound. And it really looks the part as well, frankly, especially as the bulk of our music is vintage. I don't think I've got anything else in here except more microphone cables. In here I keep lots and lots and lots of song lyrics in different genres, because we do country, we do jazz, we do 1920s, we do all sorts, Christmas music. So yeah, so that is just practical to have them in there. To be honest, I don't use my song lyrics really ever, but they also have our playlists in to show where everything is stored basically on my uncle's accordion. Practicality, spare tights, because ladies, if you know, you know, and I do not want to be up on stage with like a huge ladder in my tights. This is the practical stuff: strepsils, sun cream, still from summer gigs, because I am a pale girl and there is no way I can do an outdoor performance without sun cream. I have a little clothing dehairer. If you have pets, it is essential. I have business cards, because I'm very professional, and now I'm going to show them to you because I quite like them. That is my little duo that I perform in, PJ and Rose. Look us up on Facebook and Instagram, PJ and Rose Jazz. Shameless self-promotion. I have throat spray, singer stuff, hand sanitizer. We go into care homes a lot, so it's for everyone's safety, not just our own. And then I think probably about 10 different lipsticks and a mirror and girly bits in there. I don't think there's anything else of interest in this bag, to be honest. I got spare shoes, flat shoes in here in case my feet are absolutely, I don't think I'm showing this well to you at all, flat shoes in here in case my feet are absolutely dead after a gig. Yeah, it's all very practical, not super interesting, and yet somehow amounts to quite a lot and is really quite heavy. This bag is actually just an airport suitcase bag, purely because it has the extendable handle and wheels. Makes it a lot easier to carry everything in there when I've got multiple items of gear to carry. Now I've got 1 minute. I suspect my uncle is pulling up in my driveway as we speak, so I really have to go. I will try and take you along with me and see if I can get any footage. Singers, always take a scarf with you.
Darling, I remember the way you used to wait. 'Tis there that you kissed me tenderly, said you love me, you'll always be the lily of the lamplights, my own lily Marlene. Time would come for roll call, time for us to part.
Okay, back home and in the warm now, and typically it is now sunny despite the fact that we've just loaded all the gear into the car at our gig in the pouring rain, and then I got out of the car and unloaded also in the pouring rain. That is the weather for you, pretty sure I control it. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm really sorry if this has been a little bit of a bitty get ready with me / vlog. It's the first time I've ever done anything like this. I have done vlogs but not get ready with me's. I'm hoping I did manage to get some footage that I can show on YouTube without being copyrighted. I tried to pick one of our older songs in hopes that it was copyright free. However, I'm not actually sure what year it was written, so fingers crossed. I might just be able to get away with showing a little snippet. But yes, it's been a bit of a hectic morning, and I now have about 45 minutes to turn myself around and switch on teaching mode, because I have to go to Ashford to teach classes from 4 o'clock this evening, and it's quite a late finish, so I also have to prep myself for tomorrow's gigs. I'm teaching tomorrow morning, and then I have 2 gigs pretty much back to back in the afternoon tomorrow. So it's a very hectic weekend, but I'm not complaining. It's been very difficult to claw back the level of work that we had before COVID since the pandemic. So the more work we get, the happier I am. However, it does make me a little bit worried that my voice isn't going to hold out when we're busy, because I'm just not used to singing this amount anymore. But we have a very, very busy Christmas coming up. If you would like to follow us, it's PJ and Rose Jazz, to see if we have any local venues that we're performing at to you. You can look on our website www.pjandrosejazz.co.uk, or follow us at PJ and Rose Jazz on our social medias. You can also follow me at Emma Rose Vocalist on Instagram. Like, subscribe, share this video, all that jazz. And thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you very soon. Take care. Bye.